Korean Beauty Starter Kit for Mature Skin. I'm Laura Ray, and today I want to share with you a kit I've put together. I get so many questions about putting together a routine, so I wanted to show you a morning and an evening routine with the products that I use. A Korean beauty routine really isn't just a routine, it's a lifestyle. It's about taking time for yourself, for self care, and really just enjoying taking care of your skin. When I start off in the morning, the first step in a Korean routine is actually just splashing your face with water. Most routines don't show any kind of cleanser in the morning because you have cleansed your skin so well in the evening. So all I do is I turn on the sink and really just splash my face with cold water. And then I go right into step two, which is the toner. Step two is to apply toner, and I go in immediately after rinsing my face and patting it dry within about 60 seconds. I put this toner from Pyunkang Yul into my hands and just press it in with my fingers instead of using any kind of cotton. This is great for my sensitive skin, and I really feel gives the overall look of my skin a better look. Step three is to apply an essence, and basically what an essence is a moisturizer that's super thin, pretty much a hybrid of a water texture and gel. These sink quickly into the skin and really hydrate the skin. And even though I have combination skin, I still have areas of dryness depending on the weather, and this just does wonders for my skin. In the summer, I would just apply these and often not apply a moisturizer because they really act as one. Now, I love this from Numbuzin. It is an amazing essence that is great for brightening. And we all want that bright skin. We don't want our skin to look dull. That doesn't look very healthy. So a brighter complexion really shows good health. And so this is amazing. I put a few drops into my hand just like I did with the toner and just sort of press it into the skin. And of course, anything I'm applying on my face, I bring down to my neck and chest. Step four is an ampule, and I really feel like this step is optional. An ampule will give you, again, so much moisture. Now, if you're a dry skin lady, I think an ampule could be a game changer for you. For me, it does add a lot of hydration. I like it. I can either sometimes skip the essence and use this in place of it, or do both if my skin feels dry. Now, these ampules are much like the essence, but a little more gel-like and a little thicker. They're still much thinner than a moisturizer. So I just take a little bit into the dropper and apply a few drops on the skin, again, just pressing it in. And between each step, giving my skin a minute or two to absorb the product. My favorite step is step six, which is to apply an eye cream. I consistently apply eye cream, and it's been a game changer for me. My eyes looked worse in my 40s because I really wasn't using eye cream all the time. So I like this one from COSRX. It's their Advanced Snail Repair Eye Cream. It's pretty affordable when you look at the prices of eye cream on the market, and it lasts a long time. I just use a little drop. I love the pump bottle, and I just take it onto my ring finger and just pat in the under eye. This has been one of the best steps for me, I think, as far as anti-aging and my skin looking better. Step seven is to apply a moisturizer. Like I said earlier, some of these essences are so hydrating, I don't feel the need for a moisturizer. But these days, with the cold weather we're having right now, I definitely benefit from one. And I love this Beta-Glucan Daily Moisture Cream. It's super affordable. It adds so much hydration. It's been one of my favorite moisturizers I've ever used. I love it because it's sort of in between thick and thin. That's sort of a hard consistency to get. I like that because it doesn't take forever to get into my skin. Even though I'm putting eye cream on, I do bring it up under the eye, again onto the neck, the chest, the hands. I've been using this for quite a while now, at least 2 or 3 months, and I really enjoy it. Step 8 in our routine for the morning is the final step, and it's all about sunscreen. I love this one from Missha. I've mentioned it several times. It is a chemical sunscreen. So you always ask me that, and I want to make sure to mention that. But I like that it doesn't stay really white on the skin or leave a white cast. It makes my skin look so much better. Today, when I was putting on my makeup, I thought I had already put on foundation just because of this. I wouldn't have had I not put the sunscreen on. And I thought, wow, I almost could go without foundation today because of the sunscreen. So this is step 8 of the routine. And now let's go on to the evening routine. Now, one of the big differences in the evening routine, which is 10 steps, a lot of the products you use in the morning, you just use again at night. But if you remember in the morning routine, we didn't cleanse our face, but it's all about cleansing in the evening. So the first step is to make sure you get all of the makeup off. And all Korean beauty routines usually start with a cleansing oil. Now, I really am fond of this one from DHC. I've tried several. This just really gets the gunk out. I like how when you apply the water, it gets milky and just rinses off really nicely. I prefer this over cleansing balms. Some people use those. I've tried those. I just feel like they're too greasy and too much for my skin. But if you found one you like, that's fantastic. Now, after you go in with that cleansing oil, you cleanse again, the second cleanse. And this cleanser I love because it's got a low pH. It's from Pyunkang Yul. It's so affordable. And I personally prefer a creamy cleanser. I've realized that after all the types that I've tried, that I really enjoy those the most and feel like my skin gets the cleanest. Now, another one I love that is a gel cleanser but turns creamy is this one from COSRX. Their advanced Snail Mucin. This leaves my skin feeling super clean, super hydrated, not dry at all. So both of these are favorites of mine. Most Korean beauty routines involve exfoliating twice a week. One that I use is this peeling gel from Pyunkang Yul. Another one I've spoken so much about is from Mothermaid. Both of these, I just sort of watch for the price, which price is better because I pretty much love them equally. This is a gommage and it just removes the surface layer of your skin. Now, if you're not really fond of these type of products where you're manually exfoliating, you could always use an enzyme cleanser with an exfoliator in it. I like this one from Tonymoly. It's called I'm Rice. I've also recommended the SRB. These are products much like Tatcha. Tatcha has one, a rice cleanser that gently, very gently exfoliates. So if you have super sensitive skin and you don't do well with peeling the skin off like that, then I suggest using one of these for this step. Step 4, we want to balance the skin with a toner. Again, I'm using the same one from the morning routine, the Pyunkang Yul. This helps to balance the pH of the skin and keep your skin from getting dehydrated. And even though I have oily skin in the T-zone, I have times when my skin looks dry and dehydrated. So this has been an important part of my routine. Step 5 is to apply the essence. Now, I like to switch it up. I use one essence in the morning and another in the evening. I talked about the Numbuzin, the brightening one that I love. Another one I've spoken a lot about is this Time Revolution. This is from Missha. This gives so much hydration to my skin, and that's why I really like this in the evening. I feel like the evening is really our time for our skin to repair itself. So I want as much moisture in my skin as I can get. I've been using this for quite a while now, and I think it's absolutely amazing. Step 6 is the Ampoule again. Every time after you apply your essence, you apply the Ampoule. And again, that's just for more hydration. I use the same one from the morning. I try to keep most of the products the same to be cost effective. This has so much product in it and you use so little to cover your whole face that I feel all of the products I've purchased would last a really long time. And again, the key at night is get that skin hydrated. Step 7 is to apply your serums. This is when you're going to go for your problem solvers like your retinol or things that will help with hyperpigmentation. I have two that I'm using right now. One is one I recently shared from 3 Ships, their Skin Hero. This has bakuchiol in it, calendula. This is such a nice serum that has been so non-irritating for my skin. I really appreciate that. Another one that I'm using is Fade Away. This is a brightening serum from Maelove. And again, this is to help with fading away hyperpigmentation. I don't have a lot of hyperpigmentation, but around my face in various areas, I have some different colors, like little spots where they're faintly brown. And if I could get those faded away with this, then my overall complexion will look a lot smoother. And that's one thing that's always mentioned about aging, is that what people usually notice about us is not wrinkles as much, it's more the discoloration of the skin. So this is a product that I'm working into my routine now at this step to help with that. Step 8 is to apply eye cream. I've already spoken about the COSRX. Now, you could use the same product that you use in the morning at night, but I like to switch it up because this one from Sukoyaka Suhada has urea in it. That has helped tremendously with my under eye. If I had to pick between the two, it's really hard because they're different products, they have different ingredients. I probably would stick with this one just because I used it first and got great results. I actually have a backup, and it's one of the only products I own I have a backup of because I just don't want to be without this. But eye cream, I feel, is just so relaxing after a long day at work to put that on as one of your final steps in this routine. And I find it really is, like I said, one of the most critical steps. At night, I like to personally use a thicker moisturizer than I did during the day when I'm wearing makeup and I need my skincare to absorb quickly so I can apply my makeup. So I reserve some of the thicker creams that I love for the evening. I really enjoy the one from Sukoyaka Suhada, the Urea Moisturizer. A lot of you have told me you've purchased it and how much you love it. I like this one from Cranicell. It's their Ceramide Moisturizing Cream. And again, like I said, this one's a little thinner. It's not super thick. I would call it a medium texture. That's what I like most of my moisturizers to be. Now, the Sukoyaka Suhada is definitely thicker and more of a gel. I love that about that. So both of these are fantastic. And again, I'm going to coat my hands with it. I'm going to coat my chest, my neck, even my ears. You don't often hear people putting moisturizer on their ears, but I found with the cold weather, I get some dryness behind the ears and even sometimes on the earlobes. So I like to put my moisturizer there too. Step 10 is to apply a sleeping mask. Now, they don't mean a paper mask, they mean a heavier moisturizer. For some of us, step 10 is absolutely not necessary after an Essence, an Ampoule. You've got all this hydration and then a moisturizer, then to put another moisturizer on seems like a lot. But I know that many of you have very dry skin, and this could be like your best step. So, what I would recommend is let those other moisturizers sink in a little bit and listen to your own skin. See if it still feels dry, then you might want one of these kind of products. What I do when I do this, COSRX, this is called the Overnight Spa Mask. It's a rice based mask. This is just a little thicker moisturizer, and I sometimes don't moisturize with the regular ones that I've shown you and use this in place. And I feel almost like the Sukoyaka Suhada and the one from Cranicell could almost be called an overnight sleeping mask because they really do give me about the same hydration as this. But I know some of you have this super dry skin, and this step I think could be a game changer. I wanted to mention my own step. I'm going to call it Laura's step 11, and that is exfoliating your lips and applying a lip mask. That has been such a game changer for me. When I look at pictures of my lips before I started doing all that, they looked, I didn't even think they were dry, but they definitely looked drier and not as full. Because when you get the blood supply going to the lips and sort of massage them, I think that really fills the lips and makes them look fuller. Plus, if they're dehydrated, just like your skin, they're going to look smaller. So, hydrating your lips to me is really important. Now, COSRX has this lip scrub. It's a honey sugar lip scrub. It feels like apple butter. If you've ever eaten apple butter before, I think this feels so great. It has a whole different texture than so many of the lip scrubs I've used. I've used Sarah Hap. I've used just dozens of lip scrubs, and this is different. It's got a real buttery texture to it. I really like it. When I first used it, I didn't think I was going to love it so much. You can see, I'm going to put a little on my finger. It looks like brown sugar. It has a nice taste to it. I don't eat it, but it's got a nice taste. And it just is not as abrasive as some that I've tried. So if you are like me and are close to 60 or 70 or 80 above, I think this is such a delicate lip scrub. Some of these are just too tough, but this gets the job done and it's very hydrating. Now for lips, I love the Beauty Hacks lip mask. That's not a K-Beauty product, but it's so affordable. I've used it for several years now. But right now, when I looked online, it was unavailable. I'm hoping it will come back. But this is a K-Beauty one. It's the Super Plumping Vitamin E Vegan Lip Mask from Mothermade. This feels a little bit like the Beauty Hacks, and I just think it works great for my lips. I have so many that I alternate depending on my mood because some of them are flavored and scented. But this is not scented. It just gives your lips some moisture. And so I exfoliate and immediately apply the lip mask. A very important part before we close for a Korean beauty routine is massage. And I have gua sha videos here on YouTube. It's made a huge difference for me and my skin with sagging and just making my fine lines look better. So if you're looking for a way to help with those things, then I would suggest checking out those videos. But gua sha is also a very important part of a K-beauty routine. If you have any K-beauty products you're currently using or have tried that you love, let us know in the comments. This K-beauty routine is pretty new to me, and I know for many of you that are already doing it, it's new, but maybe some of you have done it for years and you have some products you'd like to share with us. Remember, I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you all. I love you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon.